Jesus Christ want me to say this to you. This is for the women, especially. Well, it's like this here. It was a thing going on a long time ago in my day, and I'm pretty sure it's going the same way this way. Well, we used to get together and we would talk about our relationships and stuff like that. Well, it's like this here. They would say a few things about their relationships, and I would say a few things about mine. But I didn't say as much as they said. They would go on in a conversation like this. Cha, I got to tell you something. Do you know my man this and my man that? And the other one would say, yeah, well, my man this and my man that. And the other ones would go on and say the same thing. And then they would go on sort of like this. Child, you know what I want. And then the other one would say, yeah, I know what you want because I know what I want. I want me a big one. What? A big one. What? A big one. But that's what they used to say. Well, I would listen to them and I wouldn't say anything on that part of that conversation there. They would say, I want me a big one. I want me a big one. Well, y'all know what they mean when they say they want them a big one. Well, they would go on into the conversation, and one woman would say, he too small. And the other one would say, yeah, child, I know what you mean. Mine's too small, too. I don't want that little thing, that little thing. Well, I didn't comment on it. I just looked at them. Well, they would go on and on and on and talk about how small the boyfriend was, how small the husband is, and all this and that. And then they would say this. I told my man that he was too little. I told my man that. I told my man they ain't want his little thing. I told him that. And then I didn't say anything. I just looked at him. I just looked at him and I wouldn't say a word. Well, it used to go on and on and on like that in our conversations in the old days and in them old ways. Well, I reckon it's still going on like that today. Well, just like this. I look at it like this. If your man you got is too small for you, then you should just leave him alone. If your man you got is too small for you, then you should leave him alone. What you gonna sit up there and talk about them for? They can't help it if they small. They can't help it at all. Well, it's just like this here. You got to talk about them to your girlfriend and stuff like that. Well, and then you got a nerve to tell them to their face, you got a small one. You too little. I don't want that little bitty thing. It's too little. Don't you know, ladies, you messing up their self-esteem. You don't supposed to tell no man that he got a little one. You don't supposed to do that. If it's too little for you, then just move on. Don't hurt him like that. He hurting when you put down his stuff. When you put down his thing and put down his game, you hurting him. Don't do him like that because you messing up his self-esteem. Y'all women need to learn a thing or two. You don't supposed to be messing up no man's self-esteem. You don't supposed to do that. And when you put down his thing and his game, you messing up his self-esteem. And little do you know, when you done messed up his self-esteem, you don't even know where he go. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Most of them men's come to this. Most of them men's come to me, and they tell me about how you been putting them down, talking about they got a little thing, and talking about their gang. Man, you don't supposed to do that. And when they be hurting, they be crying and stuff. I got to build them up. I got to build up their self-esteem. And I said, well, honey. I don't know what your woman's talking about. I tell you, the woman you used to go with, I don't know what she talking about, 'cause you ain't got no little one, you got a big one. But that's what I have to tell them. You ain't got no little one, you got a big one. And when I tell them that, they gain their self-esteem back. So ladies, be careful. Don't mess up a man's self-esteem. Don't be mean like that. If they got a little one, they can't help it. And you know, to really be honest with you, For what I done seen, I done been around there with a couple men. What you call little is not little. What you call little is not little. Tell them men, I said, I don't know what's wrong with that woman. You ain't got no little one, you got a big one. Y'all don't know what little is. He got a big one. Hey, look, most of them got a big one. Now, what is the problem? You can't see that he got a big one. You got to tell him he little and mess up his self-esteem. That's not right. But Jesus Christ want me to tell you, and you, stop disrespecting that man. Stop putting down his self-esteem. You giving him low self-esteem. Jesus Christ said, don't do that. Jesus Christ said, you women is ruining these men. They messed up because of what you have done to them. Putting down that thing and putting down that game. So Jesus Christ want me to tell you, stop doing that. The end.